Good afternoon, and another gorgeous afternoon here on the beautiful Gold Coast once again. It is absolutely paradise to have the privilege of living in such a great place. Today I want to have a little yarn about going through the process and why it's important to move away from old acquaintances or old friends in our lives to reach our goals, or to give up, say, addictions or other behaviours that you've had to stop to better, oneself in one's life. And I'll start with a little story about when I changed. And before I went to the rehabilitation centre in Brisbane called Logan House at Browns Plains in 1989, I'd lived like a life with people that were criminals, drug addicts, had no regard for law, rules, regulations, thieves, you name it. They were on the wrong side of goodness. I enjoyed their company when I was naive, living the life that I was living prior to my massive turnaround in 1989, when I seen everything that I was doing, all the craziness, all the madness. And when I left prison in 1989 to go to the rehab, because I was bailed there on a bail application, because I had no money and no court in this land would give me bail on my own undertaking, because no court trusted that I would turn up to court, because I used to run away all the time, as you do. Who turns up to court? Not me. They let me out on bail. I wasn't going back. I wasn't putting myself in a situation where I could be locked up. Catch me if you can. So I land in this rehab. And I change. I see my wicked ways. I'm a new man. Remember, I was bailed there, so I had to go back to court. And I had over 100 charges relating to robbery with violence, fraud, to car stealing, everything in between. There was so much that I got arrested for at that time of my life. I was very busy in society. Not a good way to be busy, but irrespectively, I was busy. So after 6 months of this rehab, and I might add, I hated these people in this rehab before I changed. All their rules and conforming and talking about their feelings. What were they? Like, hello? Are you serious? You can't be a human being. How naive was I? And when I changed, when I went through my transition of change in the rehab, I loved them. I thought they were the best things since sliced bread. I was communicating with them, I was sharing my emotions, and they all become my best mate. I could trust them with what was in my soul. I could talk to them. So I go back to court, and the judge reluctantly gives me 3 years, which was a great result. If I hadn't have gone to that rehab and changed, I probably would have got 7 or 8 for what I'd done. So I go back to jail, and I'm talking rehab. I'm talking about my feelings and sharing my dreams, and I'm not rebellious anymore. I haven't got authority problems. I'm not against the screws. I'm not against the system. I'm conforming to rules. I'm not rebellious. I haven't got authority problems anymore. I've seen it all in rehab, how I was. They're calling me the compound counsellor in there because I'm trying to help them and saying to them that they've got to come to the drug groups. I really cared for these people. I'd been in riots with them. They were like brothers, solidarity, like fights in jail with them. We stood together as one, the people that I was running with. So I really cared for these people. They mean a lot to me. And I was trying to help them and tell them if they don't change their attitudes and their behaviours and stop blaming everybody for their life, for their criminality and their drug taking, they're going to die in this place. Come on, boys. You don't want to die in here, I was saying. Oh, come on, Blue. You're like the compound counsellor in here, aren't you? So I got the name the compound counsellor. And some of the other crims are going, Bluey, you're not going up for bail now, mate. You can come back to us. You can stop pretending to be like this. Or you're not going up for parole, Blue. You can stop. You don't have to be like this anymore. Talking about your feelings and talking about we got problems. And then they used to, one guy, he put his hand on my forehead and he's gone, look, you got a fever, Blue. You're sick. You're not right, mate. That rehab has made you sick, bruh. You got a fever, haven't you? You're not right. I said, mate, you got a fever because you're going to die in here. But God love them. They were beautiful people. But I realised, unfortunately, I wasn't going to be able to associate with them anymore because I'd changed. And that's what happens when you change. You've got to break past patterns. You've got to break people that you associated with in the past to move on to the future. People in your past, they're on their journey too. But to move on from struggle, be that drug taking, maybe sexual behaviour that's that you got a problem with, people that are antisocial or rebellious, or any groups that is having an impact on you, or it's negative. You got to move on from them for you to change and find a new way out of something you don't like or struggle. There's just no other way to do it. If you don't change your lifestyle, you'll go back. And what I found in my change and why I emerged from what I emerged from was I realised it was my lifestyle that was a big part of what I was doing. People knew me there. It was familiar. I was like that. And because I was like that, that's what I was attracted to. But as soon as I changed, then that my lifestyle had to change. Drugs were not my only problem. I was the problem. And it was my attitude, and it was my behaviour, and it was my lifestyle. And if we can't change our lifestyle, then we'll probably go back to those same behaviours and those same people. You've got to move away from that stuff. Well, you don't have to do anything, but that's what I found in my process of change. I had to move away from it. And I had to go down a different road, because when I truly changed, I wasn't attracted to criminality. I wasn't attracted to me against the world. I wasn't attracted to lying. I wasn't attracted to manipulating anymore. I wasn't attracted to what is associated with the problems I was having in the past. And a part of moving forward is identifying that. But it's hard for people to move out of that lifestyle because it's what they're used to. But when you really change yourself, that won't serve you no more. That lifestyle will not serve you no more. And we must look for a new way. And you will go through a transition of change, finding new people, trying to fit in with new people, trying to have relationships with new people. If you stick at it long enough, you will develop that in time. Go to a church meeting. Maybe if you want to change, do some social events, community events. There's heaps of stuff on the internet in your local area where you can meet up with people to do like walks or go to Toastmasters. There's heaps of groups that want people to join. Join a touch football group, join a cricket group, join a table. It's the hundreds. I don't know whatever floats your boat. But to break away from something, work on your interests that you're interested in and start moving towards those kinds of people. And that will help you move out of past associations that don't serve you anymore. And that's a part of moving forward in life. And you can apply that in anything. You can apply that in wanting different goals, different dreams. Like when you want different goals, you'll more likely associate yourself with people that are doing the same things that you want or want to achieve. We all surround ourselves and associate with people where we're at. If you're a drug addict, you associate with drug addicts. If you want to do well in business, you'll associate yourself with business. If you want to become more spiritual in lighting, you'll associate with people in that area. So whatever you want to change, you will then start moving into that area and breaking away from people in the past. But let the past go. It's okay. Trust that your vision from your change is going to be okay in the transition. You know, the universe has got your back. You're going to be fine. So remember that. You're always going to be okay with that. And it's good to learn that, and it's good to meet new people in your life. You learn a lot from new people. New people bring new information. New information brings new awareness. New awareness brings new opportunity. Hello? It does. It works. So embrace it if you want to change anything. You take care now and have a great Monday. Look after yourselves.